Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to COD Zombies HQ, and boy do we have a treat for you today. A secret Call of Duty WW2 Zombies trailer has been discovered. The trailer is for the Final Reich, the first map, but it is not the map we ended up getting. There are major differences that you'll see in the trailer compared to the final version of the map that we got in the full game. These changes include a new boss zombie, like the final boss is totally different, new areas of the map, huge changes to the Pack-a-Punch area and the overall color palette of the map. But before I show you, I just want to give you some brief background of how we actually got this. If you guys remember when Zombies Chronicles DLC 5 was just a rumor, there was an awesome zombies YouTuber named Vesk who actually went out and live streamed his pre-ordering of Zombies Chronicles early at a Mexican retailer that wasn't supposed to actually be taking pre-orders for that product yet. He was able to pre-order Zombies Chronicles successfully, and that's why we pretty much said after that point, yep, this thing is real, DLC 5 is going to happen. Well, Vesk DM'd me on Twitter yesterday saying, hey man, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this. This is a trailer that was shown at the Call of Duty WW2 launch event in Mexico City on November 3rd. There are some major differences in this trailer. I want you to check it out. A huge thank you to him for the heads up on this. You can find the link to his channel down in the description. Definitely go show him some support. So without further ado, I present to you the trailer of the alpha version of the Final Reich. I'll see you with the breakdown of the differences right after. Enjoy. So there it is guys, the Final Reich as we've never seen it before. The first big difference that I want to point out is actually the color palette used in the skybox of the map. In this trailer, it seems like the color palette is much brighter, almost like Der Eisendrache, rather than the extremely dark skybox we ended up getting in the final version of the Final Reich. I don't know about you guys, but I would have actually preferred the more Der Eisendrache-esque color palette for the sky. It would make the map a little bit less hard on the eyes. If you ever watched a YouTube video of the Final Reich, you probably noticed the freaking brightness turned up to 100, vibrance and saturation turned out to actually just squeak out a little bit of color from this map to make it visually appealing. That nice blue skybox we can see in this trailer definitely would have helped with that. Secondly, we're taking a look at the sewer portion of the trailer where you can see obviously where the Pack-a-Punch machine is located in the final map. Here there is just a mystery box. We have no idea where the actual Pack-a-Punch machine would have been in this version of the map. Obviously, sometime in development of the map, they decided that that sewer location is the best spot for the Pack-a-Punch, so they replaced a mystery box spawn location with the actual PAP. I would say that's probably a good change from the old version of the map to the one we now have. It definitely seems like it's a better suited spot for the PAP machine rather than just a random spot for the mystery box. Alright, now getting to the big changes that I'm sure you noticed near the end of the trailer. The very first one you saw is basically what I can call a drawbridge of some kind falling down in front of what seems to be a perk machine. It kind of looks like the Quick Revive machine, all being green and all. Our four characters then walk forward across the drawbridge leading towards the tower, where awaiting them is something huge behind a large metal gate. But before we get to exactly what that is, let's take a look at our equivalent of this area in the final version. It seems to me that this area with the drawbridge and the tower has been replaced with this static bridge and the tower where the defense step is located. It seems like for whatever reason they decided to take away that area of the map and make it a more static location. Of course, there's no drawbridges that fall down or anything like that. You just kind of open the door and head to that area. It definitely seems like the original version, like the beta version, would be a more interesting way to enter that area. That scene of the drawbridge falling down looks freaking awesome. And then we get to the big reveal. The boss for this version of the map was not the Panzer Mortar as we know it, but this freaking hulking thing here that obviously breaks through the gate, roars a mighty roar, and starts attacking the characters on the map. It seems like the players in the trailer are actually shooting at this boss zombie, which is a good thing because there's no Zeppelin. I really don't like the Zeppelin step in the final Easter egg. It seems very tedious. It seems like you're just not fighting a final boss, you're fighting the Zeppelin, which kind of defeats the purpose of the final boss fight. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but in this version, this final boss just gets kind of unleashed into the map. It breaks beyond that metal gate and starts attacking the players. In terms of physical differences compared to the Panzer Mortar that we know in the final version and this guy, obviously he doesn't have like all of the arms and stuff sticking out of him. It seems like he's a more compact and more completed creature. He's got two heads. The boss seems just as large, if not larger, than the Panzer Mortar we got in the final version. I'm not exactly sure which one seems more menacing. They both did a really fantastic job. You've got to wonder why they decided to scrap this version of the boss and go for a completely different aesthetic with the final version. I'm gonna play the trailer one more time for you guys, so definitely watch for the differences we noted in our analysis, and when we come back I'll give you my final thoughts on why this trailer is here and just what I think of it overall.
The trunk wall. The march of progress. The temple of the order. It's a battle of the moon!
Alright, so now that you've seen it a second time, noting the differences, it's pretty freaking awesome, isn't it? This is a fantastic trailer. I'm not exactly sure why they didn't adapt this to the new map, but if they did, I think people would have been really freaking excited, especially considering we've only had one trailer for this map. Any launch trailer, there wasn't any trailer leading up to the release, there was only the reveal trailer. That's it. It would have been awesome to get some kind of in-game action shots just like this one here. We didn't get that for whatever reason. In terms of why they actually decided to use this trailer and play it at a Mexican launch event, I have no idea. I'm not exactly sure where the file for this trailer came from. You can tell it's just kind of being played off a computer. You can see the media bar at the bottom. You've got to think maybe that this trailer was sent to, you know, private media outlets for internal viewing only for a period of time, and then at the release they just kind of forgot about it, and whoever was organizing the launch event in Mexico City just decided to play it because it's content. It is very confusing why this exists and why it was allowed to see the light of day at this launch event, but I don't know about you, I'm glad it did. It was cool to see this map as it was earlier in the development, and while some points we can say, you know, there were good changes made, it's like, why didn't they freaking include that? As big Zombies fans, I would love to know your opinion of this trailer. What do you think about the earlier version of the map? Do you think that the version that we saw in that trailer was better, or the one we got in the final version? If you notice any differences that I didn't cover in this video compared to the final version, definitely let me know in the comments as well. I'll be definitely looking through that to see if there's anything else that I missed. But I want to thank you very much for watching. Again, you can find the full link to the original trailer down in the description, and I'll see you with another Call of Duty World War II video tomorrow. Peace out.